Improvement for me has always been important. I've carried that with me through my career. And looking at our community, I've made it very clear that the walls of the school district should be permeable. It's not just about our outcomes, it's about what are the greater outcomes that we're looking to move as it relates to the community as a whole. Although change has always been at the forefront and improvement has always been at the forefront of my mind in a really strategic way, I was hitting a wall. I wasn't able to get the momentum going system-wide in the way that I knew was necessary for us to get deep-rooted change. And it wasn't because we weren't trying. We were all trying really, really hard, but it wasn't working. I started introducing things into the system through conversations and so forth and so on. And some of our leaders said, hey, we do this thing called NISL, the National Institute for School Leadership, and they have an executive development program. And we're reading about this school district in Menominee Falls, and Dr. Pat Greco is their superintendent. Have you partnered with them? And so because of my knowledge of Pat, I literally went on LinkedIn. I did not know how connected she was with Studer, and I messaged her. And I said, I'm a superintendent who cares deeply about the work of improvement and outcomes for kids. Can you help me? And she messaged back. She literally messaged back within hours. Those first conversations with her, they were a bit of a therapy session because we don't have the bandwidth to do the work in the way that it's currently designed. And she's like, the tools are too heavy. She's like, you have to use the heavy tools for heavy problems, but not all problems are heavy. The lightest tools win. That was life-changing because then we started learning about, okay, what are the lightest tools? How do we go about getting that embedded within the system? How do we go about getting that knowledge to our leaders? And then everything else just followed because we have high will and we have high skill. We were just approaching it in a way that wasn't working for us. And so to make it lighter, to make it more accessible, to make it where you're getting early wins, right, in a fairly easy way, if you will, although it's not easy, that's powerful, right? And good begets good. And so now we have that synergy. I now feel that as an organization, we have the skill set to handle really big problems that must be solved for, while also tackling the day-to-day challenges that need to be solved for so that our outcomes for kids can improve. It has to be both, but not everyone needs to know about the heavy tools. Not everyone has to be part of solving the big, hairy problems, but everyone has to be part of the daily work of improvement. And so in hindsight, I now know that we need both, but you can't just depend on the heavy tools. I am so grateful because we've been at this for years, and I can genuinely say the progress that we've made this year is greater than all of the progress we made in prior years.